Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on Car Mechanic Simulator. Today we're going to be finding a new project vehicle. You may also notice I've cheated a little bit. I'm going to be honest, I got bored of the horrendous grind to get to the higher level, so I've cheated in some XP. Haven't touched the money. The money I sold the supercharged Corvette. So we're now up to $107,000, and I sold all the crap in my inventory and so on. So yeah, money-wise, they're absolutely the same. I just cheated the XP because I didn't want to spend the 12 or 14 or 20 hours I'd need to get to, past level 35. So I've now got the better workshop, I've now got the welder, and we can do some more restorations. I've also installed a bunch of car mods. Really hoping some might have spawned in this show. We might be having 3 or 4 trips to the junkyard today to find one of them to work on. We will have to wait and see. Or if I spot an RX-3. I would quite like an I haven't come across an RX-3 yet in all of my time playing. We've got, is this the Luxor? The Luxor, the giant boat of a car. We could have an El Camino. My God, look at the pinkness of that. I'm kind of tempted to buy you just for the paint. We've also got a paint shop now. Gee, that is an impressive colour. Yeah, we've got a paint shop now, so we can paint them that colour, or we can paint them in proper FailRace colours. We've got a fairly uninspiring car over there. Not holding out a huge amount of hope with all of this. There is a pickup in that corner, nothing around here. And have we got any? I spy something that I'm looking for. Yes, what is here? We have got a Mitsubishi Galant. Yep, there is a mod for this in Car Mechanic Simulator. Now, it will still share lots of bits from the basic sort of car mechanic stuff if you like. However, that is, well, kind of the basics, shall we say, of a Galant. How much is it going to cost me? Only $7,400. Apparently the engine is worth bugger all because there's not very much of the engine, well, there. 340 horsepower from the i4. I think this is supposed to be turbocharged. By the looks of it, though, this would be a turbocharged variant. I'm just trying to judge from the little picture. It doesn't say turbo. Yes, I'm having you. Go to the garage now. Well, it is going to be the Galant. It is the first vehicle that, first of all, mod cars that I have that we're going to go and work on. So, here we are back in the garage. It's an interesting combination of colours that, that we have going on here. I think the car is supposed to be blue. The rush texture might be a little bit peculiar on it, but there we go. Let's move this vehicle on to a lifter. We're going to move it on to the new lifter, Lifter C, over in that corner. Yeah, the garage has got considerably bigger here, and we're going to, well, try and make the most of it. Let's take off the spoiler, take off the the boot. Now, there is a slight downside to car mods at the moment, and that is you can't add parts to the part shop yet. It is apparently something that's being worked on. By the time this video goes out, by the time I record the next one, it may well have been added. It is a feature that is being planned for the game. However, at the moment, you can't add parts to the catalogue. So things like the Mitsubishi trunk and the rear bumper and so on, if I can't repair them, well, they're lost. And to get new ones, I'll have to either find another Galant in the scrapyard with the bits that I need, or find one in an auction with all of the bits. So it's going to be a little bit more of a faff to rebuild. However, I'm up for the challenge. There isn't much of the engine for here. Actually, you know what? Let's forget all of that. The first thing that we're going to do, because we haven't used it yet, is get the welder. Yes, we are going to move the welder over to here, and let's actually fix up this car. Yes, $1,000. There we go. That's what we wanted. Ooh, let's take those off. Look at that. Look at that. We'll have to get the RX-7 and finish that one up now that we've got the got the welder. That's looking more like it. Alright, let's take apart the engine. I haven't worked on one of these i4 turbocharged. Apparently, who knew, incredibly powerful. If it's getting 300 horsepower, that's mid 300 horsepower. That's not bad going whatsoever. We've got all the fiddly clips around here. Let's get rid of the cover. Let's get rid of all of this. Along with the various kind of upgrades to the garage and so on. Another one of the perks that I now have is we will... Ooh, we have an intercooler going on here. First time I've seen an intercooler on. There's a big intercooler as well on a vehicle. I've got distracted almost immediately by an intercooler. Anyway, yeah, repair chance. My repair chance has been massively increased. I say massively increased. Up to 95% now, so... Yeah, we shouldn't lose too many parts. And that would be useful when we're working on cars like this, where when we come across parts, really need to be able to fix the damn things. I mean, this sort of stuff in here is all common. The rims, I was curious if they were custom rims. They are the Rim Classic 04, I think it said on there. So nothing too fancy for the wheels. But, well, yeah, the bodywork bits are very important. Can we? I'm kind of curious. Can we repair, like, windows and so on? Is that something that can be done? Oh, apparently I can't repair body? Do I have to repair body from a different thing? I definitely unlocked that thing there that says you can repair body parts. Do I have to... Maybe there's a different place to repair body parts. I don't know what that might be. We've got... Oh, that's locked at the moment. There's a dyno over there. There's nothing in there. There's a paint booth in here that we can wander into. Oh, maybe there's something in here we can, like, repair. Paint shop. Don't know. Someone will have to let me know on that one. I was just expecting to go over to the tables and it to all be worked from there, but apparently not. Is there a special tool? That's a phone. Is there a special tool around here that we need that's been added that I don't recognise? Maybe it might actually be that the parts are too low quality. Yeah. Okay, the Galant might have to stay as a shell for a little while until I can figure that one out. Yeah, if people do let me, I'm sure you would anyway, but let me know in the comments if I'm missing something or whether it is just that those... It might be that the parts for the custom cars can't be repaired at the moment. That is not completely impossible. Right, let's get the crane and take the engine out. It'll be easier in the long run rather than moving the car up and down. I say that, I'm wandering around the workshop like a lunatic. Move equipment, car, lift to C. Let's take that engine, pull the engine out, to remove the engine. Of course, got to get rid of the gearbox. Oh, I've got to put the car up in the air first then. Bugger it. I will figure things out. I will get back into... I'm excited by having actual real cars in this game. There's quite a few mods as well. I didn't realise. It took me a while to find where the mods were for this on the Steam page for this. There's a separate tab under the discussions tab. There's a separate tab for modding. It's a useful place to know because, as I said, it's a little bit of a... it took me a while, shall we say, a little bit of a bugger to find, but when you have found it, yeah, there are a fair few cars around there at the moment in what is still a relatively early stage for modding on this game. Don't know what it's going to drive like. I'm kind of curious when we've got the car to a stage in which it is drivable. Who knows? Might drive better. Pull the engine out of that. Might drive better than the crap that I say the crap. Certainly the high-powered rear-wheel drive cars don't really work very well on here at the moment. The front-wheel drive cars are brilliant, and I haven't driven an all-wheel drive car as of yet, so we'll go. We don't have any pistons at all in there. I've just noticed we apparently have no pistons. Nope, none. Wow, we didn't really buy much of an engine with that car. It was very cheap, I will give it that. I'm glad it was very cheap, because this is going to take about 30 seconds to pull apart, because there is nothing to it. We'll get a crankshaft out. That's done. Wasn't... Oh. There were piston rings, though. Magical piston rings. Wait, hold on. Are there invisible pistons? I'm not quite sure what's going on here with the pit. There's some peculiarities occurring. did we just have magical... We did have magical pistons. That's cool. So I think... Alright, so a lot of the guff on the side is... Wow, there was literally nothing of an engine in that. That's incredible. I say it's incredible. That's the most... I mean, this engine... over here, this was another junkyard find. And, I mean, there's not much to that engine. I'll be honest, it's missing a fair, but... It's like 4 bits. Well, I guess we do have a fair amount of running gear on this car, which is something, at least. Shall we get the shock absorbers out? Because we'll have to uncompress them. Yeah, I guess that's the correct terminology. We've got the machine, got the spring press to do all of that. You can't... I was curious to see whether you can't sell the sort of like springs in the whole shock absorber. You have to pull them apart before you can sell them as junk from your inventory. So I think I actually still have some hanging over left from the previous build. Let's get that off. And we've got to do... we'll have to lift your car up, aren't we? I don't think there's any harm in lifting the car up now. Pretty much. It should be fine. Other new tools that we've got over here. Whoop! Huh? Excuse me. Did the welder just launch us up into the air? I think it did. Can I get it to do it again? Nope. Nope. Oh, hello, cat. Cass? I don't know, you might have heard the little list of meows going on as my cat decided to walk into the room and say hello. We've got a battery charger that we can now use. So the old batteries with like, well, that one there was like 6%, can now actually be repaired. You don't have to keep buying new ones, which is quite nice. It's quite nice. We're getting there to be able to fix most of the parts that we pull off these cars. Right. So, yeah, as I said, suspension-wise, this car a little bit more sophisticated than a fair few that I will have worked on, certainly of late. Let's get over this side. We'll take off all of this stuff as well. Yeah, it's a little bit more on the sophisticated side, but much like the modern, is it the Moon? That's like the Audi TT Mitsubishi Eclipse. That sort of style car. This is very much along those lines. Get rid of the lower suspension arms. And then tie rods as well. Come on, we'll click on stuff. I can find stuff to click on correctly. Honestly, I can do that. Also, I like how I didn't actually undo the drive shaft when I took the gearbox off. There is some magical gearboxing going on right there. Get rid of that rubber bushing. That should be good to take the front crossmember off. What's stopping it? Do I have to take the intercooler off first? Don't know. Maybe take the drive shaft off. It might still think it's connected somewhere to something if the drive shaft's on. Possibly. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to... there's a... Aha! I thought I'd got rid of all the rubber bushings. I hadn't. Sneaky bugger! We've had our first sneaky rubber bushing going on there. God damn it. Right, and then we've got the rear. We have got, we've got discs on here. I mean, we've got rust discs at the moment, but it was in a junkyard, so perhaps it is not too surprising. Get rid of, rear drive axle. That's the one we want. This might be the first all-wheel drive car that we have worked on in this series. I'm trying to think if I've come across any. I've done, like, simple gearbox stuff on various of the big SUV four-wheel drive cars, but this will probably be the first. Yeah, I'm just thinking of all the cars, the various cars that have covered that I've covered in videos. I don't think we've done an all-wheel drive vehicle. Get rid of these other bushings and various bits and pieces. There's going to be a lot of little bits to try and buy because I'm not going to be able to repair all of these when it comes to putting this car back together. Get rid of the suspension arm. Hopefully stuff will be repairable. Fingers crossed at least. And if it isn't repairable, well, it's... yeah. going to be searched through the tablet, through the catalogue for much time. I am potentially having... I'm going to potentially have to buy like 2 or 3 of these cars to try and get a complete one. I am kind of aware. It's not necessarily just from me wanting to sort of repair parts for it. But there are some bits that just simply can't be repaired. You can buy as many as you like. You're not going to get them in good enough condition. But if we're needing to buy the bodywork from actual vehicles, which I kind of like as a slight challenge, rather than just, oh well, you can go to the shop and buy everything. I kind of quite like the challenge of having to go and out and actually find the parts. Because, well, you couldn't go, if you had a Galant VR4 that you were trying to work on or whatever, you couldn't just go on the internet and immediately find all brand new factory made. But you might, some cars you can. I know, certainly was it Nissan? I think it was Nissan that were starting to reproduce spares, like factory spares for various classic cars. I think Skylines were included and some other ones as well. I think Mazda are doing something similar with the original MX-5. You might be lucky with some cars, but certainly other older vehicles, you're not necessarily going to have a wealth of options. You might still be able to find some somewhere, but it's not necessarily going to be straightforward. So I quite like the idea of having to scavenge around to find like body panels and stuff. Is an interesting different challenge that we will have to do with our vehicle here. I think I've got everything off the car that I can. We've got a lovely, lovely shiny frame to be working with. Now, I'm curious as to what this is. Interior detailing. We'll move you over here anyway. Because I guess it's going to be... Do you want to repair the Galant? Yes? Don't quite know what it's done, in all honesty. Has it just put these to like 100% condition? Oops. I mean, it looks pretty good in here. Let's not drive the car in this current condition. Interior disassemble. Let's just take those out and then have a look at them in the inventory. Parts arriving. It'll probably be down here then. No, okay, so it doesn't seem to have repaired those. Maybe it's just repaired, like, is there interior wear and tear? I can't say I've really come across that a huge amount in interior wear and tear. But apparently it is a thing to do anyway, so that's something. Well, we've got the battery. Well, of course, let's not lose that. We will make progress on rebuilding the car. Wait, hold on. Engine. Part mount. Hey! Progress has been made. Progress has indeed been made. Alright, let's go close that bonnet down. Let's see what we can do in terms of repairing guff. With decent repair chance, I'm hoping we're not going to lose too many. Certainly the big important parts. I don't care about the some of the smaller parts in here, but the big important parts like the front sub-cross member, whatever you want to call it, or whatever it was called, I don't remember, will hopefully be able to be fixed. I think we got the engine block there. There's a couple, and the rear cross member, I think we might have buggered up. I think we killed a couple, but we got, I'm hoping, yes, we got the big important thing. We don't have a turbo for it, of course, and we'll need an alternator and so on. Yeah, can't seem to repair bodywork, despite I should be able to. Not going to be anything in there, is there? I haven't had a search around this corner. It's just a generic toolbox. It does not look like there is at the moment. It isn't actually an idea. Let's try, just in case it's something to do with the fact that, well, it's from a mod car. Let's take the door off of that. Can we? Okay, so possibly we can't do anything with it being a mod car. That seems peculiar. Seems a shame. However, don't know what we're going to do with the bodywork on this one then. That's a bit of a problem. Well, we will... let's go stick back on... I've got to lift the car up. Let's go stick back on a couple of bits and pieces for this. Seeing as there really was not a huge amount to disassemble on this car. Normally you have one slightly shorter episode of disassembling car and then one putting everything back together, but this is a very, very quick tear apart. We thankfully rescued both of... we didn't rescue any of those though, they were buggered. Rescued both of the main parts of the main cross members. We didn't rescue any of the steering knuckles. Is the intercooler buggered? Yep. Apparently we didn't repair. Again, there wasn't a huge amount to repair, I will be honest. Oh, shall we try see what ghost pistons do? Yeah, let's have a look at that. Did we repair the crankshaft? Yes, we did. Brilliant. Now, ghost pistons. Are you actually going to reappear inside this engine now? Or can we have a... maybe. Pistons are one of the fiddliest buggers. I just want to put the piston in. I don't want the engine block. Just want... There we go, piston. So, will it actually now appear in the engine? It will appear in the engine. Strange. Okay, well, the engine's not quite as terrible. Fine, because it had 4 100% conditioned parts, which is, yeah, I'm not too displeased with. Less things that I have to buy, so let's go and get some piston rings, because we're going to be needing them, and I'm fairly sure we can't repair those. Right, part mount, that's the ticket, and then stick this all back together. We will have had we had no bearings whatsoever of any kind, because the crankshaft came straight out, so we'll need all of the bearings, we'll need all of the gearbox guff. That can go in there. We'll need an engine head, we'll need a turbo. So this is all I4B stuff. We're basically going to need all of it. I4B, I4B, is that the right code? Maybe there's not a space in it. God damn it, why did you delete that? Oh, wrong way for that as well. I4, no, is it not wanting to? Okay, let's just search I4. The whole thing's in brackets. I4 space B. Haha! So, we're going to need basically all of this. Basically all of these bits we're going to need, because it's nothing there. So, we will get buying. Camshaft bearing cap, don't know how many it's going to have, so I'll get extra ones. Oh, we do have that, though. Literally the one thing that we do have. Let's buy that. Engine head cover, yes. Intake manifold, yep. I don't know if there is an I4B that does not have a turbocharger, or whether they all have turbochargers. Yeah, so there's 2 different intake manifolds, so... no, wait, sorry, one's exhaust manifold. Ignore me, never mind. Power steering pump, yes, and I want that, and I want that. Covers, lots of covers. Turbo, always the exciting part. Whoop. We're probably going to need a few of these. I did have... I'm not going to need 6, but we will probably need some. We'll probably need a belt tensioner of some description as well. Oh, if it's a... I think it's a double overhead cam, isn't it? So we're probably going to need 2 of those. Yeah. We'll figure it out in a minute. we will continue guesswork after we've done this. Right, turbo on that side. Exhaust manifold can go in there as well. Lovely amount of parts that are just dropping onto this engine. Makes life easy when it all just clips together like Lego. Camshafts. There we go. We have cam... Oh, okay. We have a cam gear. Different cam gear to what I was expecting. We have cam gear over this end. Okay. Slightly different to how I was expecting it to go, but works, I guess. Yeah, that can go on that side. I'm looking forward to the Galant being finished, which is going to have, again, another kind of hot rod style Galant. Temporarily a hot rod style Galant. I might have to go and... we haven't got... Oh, we need a V6B throttle. That's fun. I might have to go and buy... you can get these cars from the... oh, do I need like a multiple fuel? I need 4 of the fuel. Would it make more sense to all come together in one part? Would to me, at least. There we go. We'll get another 3 of them. But apparently not. Is it going to need like another part to go underneath it? Or... don't know. Maybe we have magic fuel rails. Magic fuel rails are helpful. We don't have an alternator yet, do I? Idler roll. Let's go and stick some of these around the place, because we're probably going to need a bunch of them. We need cam gear i4 single overhead cam. Yes, we will get that, and then we'll probably have various bits and pieces, various belts, I should say, going around here. I knew I was going to need a belt tensioner. That can go on there. Timing cover can go on there. And then that is the engine not doing too badly. Power steering pump. Let's go stick with it. I have got that one there ready. And fantastic. Did we not need any of the aha! I was going to say, I swear we bought some camshaft caps. I don't think we got enough, did we? Did I get 6? And it looks like we're going to need 8 of the buggers. I wasn't sure how many it was going to end up having. I should probably have known, but there we go. Yeah, we're going to be a couple short. That's okay, easy enough. Easy enough to get some more. However, we're going to leave it there with that. The engine is going to be done fairly quickly. Not too much more on that. The Galant is, yeah, in pieces at the moment. Is going to be, I reckon, a pretty bloody fast car by the time that we have finished with it. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I shall hopefully be able to link all the mods I've used in the description, so you can have a go with these yourself if you so wish. Until next time, though, goodbye.